A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Now a 1st down carry for Harris, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Now it's Trubisky. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Jet sweep. Here's Pickens with it. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Warren will try the right side. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Boswell's kick is good, and they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this is where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously, the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way, you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line.
He was brought down by Patrick Peterson. A big loss on the play.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Another run with Mitchell. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7.
Taken down at his own 7-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Running left, it's Warren. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Third and goal from just outside the 10. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now fourth and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Here's 2nd and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love, sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. It got his man, complete. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Love from the gun, rolling to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Love escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Love now. He'll buy some time right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Up 2nd and 5 at their 48-yard line.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 41.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Pass intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd down, Love once more. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5. From the shotgun is Trubisky.
He finds Pickens over the middle. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
On the give, it's Warren.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. excellent job stopping him there on first down.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Jaylen Warren with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will shrink to 6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. On 4th down, Love. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So, boy, that's already the third they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter.
Warren diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and they've got a ways to go now on 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Now a second down throw for Love here. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
To throw now. Here's Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Love looking to throw it. A short throw caught by Andrews. He's across midfield. Down the left sideline. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Love, this is 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. After the interception, here's Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted.
Inside the 20.
Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin.
So the fake punt, a daring call this deep in their own end, and the end result, certainly not what they were hoping for.
I have to admit I admire their daring, but I actually would like this play call better if it's between the 40s here. The problem is, even if the ball's not intercepted and it's just incomplete, you're still giving away half a field's worth of possession.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Love.
On target to his man, Likely.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Love. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
First down and goal to go.
Love. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
It's a loss of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal. at the Steelers.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. Second and goal now in a one-score game. Here now, second and goal. Throwing. Love. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here. Situations.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now run straight ahead with Warren.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they... football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
The Steelers send out their punter now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Love. Connects with Duvernay. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Looking for the out route. He's got his man. It's Mitchell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Here's Love. Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Love. This ball intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And the Steelers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.